All right, now Ms. Smith is going to explain the running record.
Well, what I had to do, and it's a very good idea, especially with someone like Jaron's reading abilities. He read very fast, and so it's a very good thing that it was recorded, so that way I could go back and reanalyze. And so you'll realize when you look at this, I've added some more marks in there than what was being recorded earlier. So, as we look here, again, I put the page numbers. When we talked about colonial times, he said colonial times. And as we were thinking about it, if you have colonist and colony, it would make sense to say colonial times. So I just noted that up there in that way that that's what he said over this check mark because it was the second word was colonial. And then, of course, we come down here and you can see as the check marks, they get very close together. Right here, I put the caret mark and added very because he did add the word very into that sentence. And then right here, actually this was not the end of a line. I just, because it was going so quick, it was like any way or any more. And then whenever the next sentence started, I just moved to the next line. It should have been up there though. Right here, I just noted that this was the sentence that start with they used. And he repeated they used. And as we come back, you know, he's getting the words right. When we looked at it again, he came back here, and on this word right here, that's why I have my little arrow up here, he says brushes instead of brushed. George Washington brushes, and he went George Washington brushed, so he self-corrected. And he repeated the first two words right here, and that's why my line is over those two check marks. And as we come down here at the end of this sentence, he repeated those words. And then, and this is kind of scratched over, but if you can tell, there was the word the, and I just wrote it over this check mark. What ended up happening was he left out that word. And then he repeated the word of, and then there was this A, of a hippopotamus. He left out the A. It sounded like he said of, and then left out the A, and then hippopotamus.
Thank you. You are wonderful.
You're welcome.